Have you ever felt powerless in the face of an illness, as if there's no one else who can help? Imagine that even while eating well, food could turn into poison inside you. It seems impossible, but it's a reality many face. We all carry some form of internal cancer, waiting for the right moment to manifest. But what if I told you there's a way to prevent this, to strengthen your body against this invisible foe? Today, we'll explore valuable advice from Sadhguru on how small lifestyle changes can make a huge difference in cancer prevention. You're about to discover life-saving information. It's not just about avoiding harmful foods or practices, but understanding how our bodies function and how we can effectively protect them. When no one else can help you, it's truly desperate, isn't it? Imagine the situation. Even doctors, with all their wisdom and resources, throw up their hands in surrender, or even the most nutritious and delicious meals become a torment in your stomach. It's possible. You may be consuming the best foods, packed with vitamins and nutrients, yet for some reason, your body turns them into poison. If you decide by some twist of fate to ingest poison and still hope to live well, I can only wish you the best of luck, because there's no other solution for someone on such a risky path. Turning poison into healthy life is a game of chance where you'll need a monumental stroke of luck. In a way, we all have some form of cancer. Only when it physically manifests does it become a medical problem. Until then, it's our problem. When I speak of cancer cells, we all have them in our bodies. But they're disorganized, scattered throughout. If you create certain conditions in the body, they'll organize themselves. So, there's a defense mechanism in our system. Are we taking good care of it? Or are we bombarding it with all sorts of stimulants and toxins and hoping our defense mechanism will work? It won't work that way. Over 5 million people lose their lives to cancer annually, and over 10 million receive this devastating diagnosis each year. These numbers, already alarming, have only increased in recent decades. Despite advances in medical technology, cancer remains one of the deadliest diseases of our time. Faced with this challenging scenario, it's crucial to heed advice that can save lives. Sadhguru, with his profound wisdom, offers valuable guidance on preventing cancer through simple lifestyle changes. These tips, if applied, can make a significant difference. Let's explore his recommendations and discover how we can effectively safeguard our health. You are responsible. How can you fight against an enemy you cannot see? Cancer isn't someone else. It's a part of you that has turned against yourself. You can't fight it. What you must do is understand that all of us, at some point, work against ourselves. If you let anger take over, you're truly sabotaging yourself, aren't you? Today, medical science offers concrete evidence that when we are dominated by anger, our entire internal chemical system turns against us. It's not just a matter of opinion or personal experience. We can now even show blood test results that demonstrate the harmful effects of this emotional state. So, if you allow yourself to be trapped in the misery of anger, you're effectively working against your own well-being. In a sense, we all face emotional challenges that can be likened to a latent type of cancer. The crucial difference is that while it may not manifest physically, it remains a personal internal battle. But once it clinically manifests, it becomes a serious medical issue that requires immediate attention. Yes, until then, it's your problem. When it physically manifests, it becomes a medical problem. Now that it has physically manifested, for various reasons, not for one specific reason, there's no turning back. That's the nature of life. Even if you drink milk, you could be poisoned. But if you're talking about drinking poison and living well, good luck. That's all I can say, isn't it? If you consume high-quality foods, there's a real possibility they could become poisonous to your stomach. It's an intriguing reality. Even opting for the best food choices carries the risk of turning them into harmful substances within your digestive system. If you decide to take the risk and continue ingesting these poisons in hopes of maintaining good health, I can only wish you luck, because for someone in this situation, there's no clear way out. You would literally be turning what's beneficial into something potentially harmful and relying on luck to avoid complications. It would be like depending on cosmic perfection for everything to go well. Otherwise, life could become a constant and unpredictable challenge, catching you off guard when you least expect it. If you already have an illness, you've taken the situation so far that it has damaged the system. It's best that it's assisted in every possible way. Yes, Definitely, you can stop with your nonsense, but if the system needs medications, surgeries, whatever it may be, it needs to be done. Once it surpasses a certain point, no one can help you, right? Yes, your doctors give up at some point. The only person who doesn't give up on you is insurance. Everyone gives up on you at some point. The only exception is insurance, which maintains its commitment because, as you know, having an illness becomes a full-time commitment. There's no more luxury of sitting and listening to comforting spiritual speeches like this. The illness demands everything from you. You'll be there, sitting in the cold chairs of a hospital, right? It's not a pleasant situation. Until you experience it, you won't realize how tough it is. It's essential that everyone, even those who consider themselves healthy, make a monthly visit to a major hospital in their city. It's necessary. Truly, it needs to be seen with your own eyes, not for fun, but to understand what could happen to any of us. Often, small daily oversights like excessive stomach acid can have devastating consequences. It's important to understand where small mistakes can lead us. Even if you follow all the steps correctly, there's always an unexpected factor that can interfere. A simple tick can lodge in you, triggering unforeseen problems. It's intriguing, isn't it? You may be taking all necessary precautions, but just getting on a plane and unwittingly contracting swine flu. Someone around you was infected, without you knowing. Even with all precautions taken, there are numerous variables that can cause complications. Isn't that true? The yogic path. So, there's a defense mechanism in our system. Are we taking good care of it or bombarding it with all kinds of stimulants and toxins and hoping our defense mechanism will work? It won't work that way. We need to understand that every stimulant and intoxicant we consume somehow harms our defense mechanism. People think the defense mechanism is only for external infections. No, even to contain internal criminals in the body, the defense mechanism works. One simple thing is, in the yogic system, there's a simple logic. These cancer cells in our body generally consume about 27 to 28 times more food than normal cells. So if you space your meals, an ideal interval between one meal and another in yogic culture is 8 to 12 hours. If you space meals within 8 hours, you'll see that cancer cells will die on their own because they can't survive without food. Other cells will survive. So, we always set one meal in the morning and another at night, without eating anything between meals. And occasionally, once or twice a month, people practice a whole day without food. These are simple ways to control this, among other things. Benefits of neem. We all harbor cancer cells in our body, but they're usually scattered and disorganized. However, if certain conducive conditions are created, these cells can come together and organize, becoming a serious problem. Isn't that true? It's like comparing isolated minor crimes in various cities. Here and there, petty thefts occur, but if 50 criminals organize in one city, suddenly, the entire atmosphere of the city changes. These 50 individuals together have the potential to carry out dangerous and disruptive activities. That's exactly what happens in the human body. Cancer cells, like potential criminals, are present, scattered, and harmless when isolated. However, if they meet, organize, and concentrate in one place, then a significant problem arises that can profoundly affect health. If law enforcement is good, it sees this. Initially, a criminal is happy stealing a pocket. If 2 meet, they dream of burglarizing a house. If 5 meet, they dream of robbing a bank. That's how it goes. So, if law enforcement is aware and active, they will catch one or another from time to time and throw them in jail. Do something, so they never gather in numbers enough to become a big problem. The same goes for the body. Before they organize, if you keep destroying here and there, killing a few, it helps. Neem does exactly that. It reduces the amount of cancer cells in the body to a certain level where they do not organize against the system. It's very important to consume. The only thing about neem is that if you consume it excessively, it also kills sperm cells. We would be lucky to have a reduced population if everyone in the world consumed enough neem, because it's a spermicide. It should be consumed in small quantities, because it's not for us to decide what should happen to an individual. And women, when they are pregnant, up to 4 months of pregnancy, or to be safe, up to 5 months, should not consume neem, because it's a spermicide. When the fetus is developing, the role of sperm is still there to some extent. 4 months is what is prescribed. I'm saying 5 months. Consumption can begin after 5 months. Why fight the battle against cancer if we can prevent it from the start? Prevention always beats cure. Taking good care of your body is essential because it represents your last line of defense. No financial resource can restore it once that line of defense is breached. It's like protecting a fort. Keeping its walls strong and impenetrable is much more effective than repairing them after the damage has already been done. Thank you very much for watching so far. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe to the Seeds of Mystic Wisdom channel, and leave a comment letting us know what you thought of the video. Your participation is very important to us.